Grand rising to all of my kings and queens doing tremendous things. I am Altitude representing Building Never Minds, the hip hop workshop, and I'm renovating minds one rhyme at a time. A little bit of housekeeping before we get into the show. Make sure that you go into the description and hit the links below to be sure to support the channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz, and turn on that notification bell to be updated on the latest and greatest content. Now, with all of that out of the way, on this episode of Soundcheck, I want to talk about writing styles. Yes, we are bringing it back to the music because this is a music, culture, and lifestyle channel, but today we are going to be focusing on music. I'm going to talk about my writing style and how I deal with it as an artist and what other artists may be struggling with behind the scenes that they don't necessarily talk about, not because they don't want to, but because they don't have the opportunity to. That's what we're going to get into after the intro. So without any further ado, let's get into it. 1. So as far as my writing style in particular, I have a couple of ways that I like to approach writing a song. For instance, first off, I like to free write. Just get everything out on canvas, get everything out on the page, write down everything that it is that you want to say in this particular song. So this may include just jotting words down on the paper. Like, I want to use these words. I don't have a structure yet, but I have to make sure that these words in particular are all said in this song. Or you can just free write as far as maybe it looks like unstructured paragraphs. It looks like just gibberish mess, just a soup of different words that are put together to make sure that you convey all of the thoughts that it is that you want to get out. I like to put down everything on page and structure it later. For me, I don't particularly write in order. So what a lot of people find strange about my writing style, even my best friend, Court Motive Poe, he thinks it's wild that I write like this. But let's say, for example, we will simplify it and say we have 3 verses for all of the people in the back. If I have 3 verses, what I like to do is start with the last verse first. Reason being is because I know exactly how I want to end a song. I know that the last verse is very impressionable because even though the other verses could be really dope, around the end of the song you start to taper off and lose people. And so what I like to do is make sure, hey, let me write down everything, make it plain, and make sure that I'm going to leave you with my most impressionable bars last. That way you take away something at the end of the song. So I like to start with the 3rd verse first. Get everything out that it is that I want to say, because most times the beginning of the song is the first verse. The body is the middle, the 2nd verse, and the end is where you tail off and you slow it down or you take your foot off of the gas. Well, I don't like to do that. I like to make sure that my strongest bars, my heavy hitting bars, my haymakers, my punchlines that I know are going to captivate you and convey what it is that I want to say in the song, I like to put all of that in the last verse. Now, for the 2nd verse, that's more of the captivation. That's the whimsical, free, I just want to flow and be free in the moment. My 2nd verse, I like to structure it in a way where I can just have fun with the 2nd verse. I can switch my flows, switch my cadences, switch my rhyme patterns. Maybe I want to be a little more multisyllabic in the 2nd verse, which for those who don't know what multisyllabic is, Eminem does it a lot, i.e. Rap God.
Lyrics coming at you with supersonic speed.
Summon, I'm a doing, I'm a you assuming I'm a human. What I gotta do to get it through to you? I'm superhuman, innovative, and I made a rubber so that anything you say is speaking, shaking off of me and it'll.
And don't get me wrong, that is super dope. And he's one of the only ones who can do it very well at a high level consistently. But for me personally, I like to let the song breathe. I like to let the track breathe. So I don't like to hit you with too many, I don't like to hit you with so much of that rapid fire punching, because a lot of times you start to lose people in the mess. So then your message is kind of lost in the sauce because you were so focused on rapping good that the message started to falter. So for me, I like to let the track breathe. A couple of artists that do this very well would be Kanye, Lupe Fiasco, which y'all know is my favorite artist.
Be more like chance. Solo acts be more like bands. Adversaries be more like fans. BDs and GDs be more like fam.
Jay-Z, Nas, where they literally allowed the track, the beat, to do most of the heavy lifting and work for them. And then on the back end, the lyrics carry the song home, instead of you rapping so hard to try and keep up with the beat. Jay-Z did this very well in his verse on Kendrick's Don't Kill My Vibe.
I wait. I've been in my wave like 20 years straight. I've been on my vibe like 20 years straight.
He literally allowed the track to breathe. In between his lines, you notice he didn't fill it with too many ad-libs. He didn't fill it with too much wordplay. Oh, I have to put something here for the sake of putting something here because it's a dead space. No, my voice, the reverb carries my voice, and the song does the lifting for me. So all I have to do is space and pace. That's how I like to rap on songs. That's how I like to convey my message. And as far as the first verse, I feel as though the first verse is very impressionable, contrary to the third verse, which is what you're leaving it with. It's also what you're beginning with. So how is the first line taken off? Are you captivating people with not only what you say, but how you say it? You can have a line that says, I do this here for real, God. Or depending on the track, you can switch up the flow and the cadence and say, I do this here for real, God. Like, there's little slight emphasis on what you can do on a track to make sure that it hits that much harder. So that's how I like to structure a song from the ground up, by building the bones and the foundation and then adding the parts and different pieces to it to make sure that I build a complete body of work. It's not just writing lyrics down and making sure that it sounds dope just for the sake of sounding dope. No, I've elevated and grown as an artist to the point where I realize I don't want to lose people. So I don't want to be lyrical for the sake of being lyrical. What I want to do is make sure that I put pieces in place to where I can literally please everybody. So if you want a little bit of jazz, you're going to get a little bit of jazz. You want a little bit of rock, you get a little bit of rock. Of course, the hip hop fans, you're getting that. You're getting the soul, the R&B, the flows, the cadences, the patterns, everything that you need. I'm making sure that this album conveys all of that for you. So that's a little bit of my rhyming pattern and what I like to do. A lot of times too, when it comes to structure, I'll move things in place of where I think they should go or where I know they should go. For example, this song that I'm working on called I'd Rather Be, there were so many lines in different verses where I felt as though they could have been used and utilized better further into the song. So I had lines that I took from the first verse. Not that I wanted to trash the line. I thought the line was dope. I just felt as though the way I set the song up, when I started to form the bones of the song, I felt as though this line wasn't suitable for what I was trying to convey in the first verse. So I moved this line to the second. And a lot of times I'll get in a mood, in a space to where I can't even write it all. Sometimes you have to sit back and allow the track to come to you. That's another reason why this album is taking so long, because I'm not forcing anything. I'm not putting myself in a space to where I'm just rushing a project for the sake of rushing a project. Oh Lord, I'd I'm so tired of paying my dues. I just wanna hang it up and be with you. I'd rather be with you, yeah. I'd rather be with you, yeah. I'm so tired of feeling this pain, witnessing my people all die in vain. I'd rather be with you, yeah. I'd rather be with you, yeah. Within me I have no doubts, yet I yearn to get out of this sadist matrix disguising her as a fun house. But I am not laughing, and the math is not mathing. Plus the mind is made up from all these improper fractions of the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. And those lacking compassion have never witnessed the horror. The cross I chose to bear is maybe a little sorer, and my it's maybe a little sorer, but it's in the fight or flight, and I choose to be the soul. Whoa, whoa! The God and the pray, calling out to you in an alternate way. I feel like Jesus sitting in the garden to pray, calling out to you for an alternative way. I like that. Calling out to you for an alternative way. I'ma harmonize that too. What? This album gonna be crazy. Sometimes you have to allow the track to come to you. Sometimes you have to just say, you know what? I can't sit down and write today. I have to step back, take myself away from the song, go live life a little bit, and then come back to it and, oh, I got it. Like I said, I've written songs in 10, 15, 20 minutes. Sometimes it's taking me months to write one song because I have to put it down, set it and forget it. And then when I come back to it, oh wow, I didn't even realize that me putting the song down just made it that much harder, 10 times better than what it would have been if I would have sat down and forced myself to write it the moment that I got the beat. There are so many different ways to style a song, write a song, structure a song in a way that caters to what it is that you're trying to exude and put out there. But a little tip to all of the artists out there that I would leave you with is writing styles are personal. Writing styles are something that come from the heart, the mind, the body, the soul. It is something that lives within you. And there are so many styles that you can use. But one thing I want to say, as far as having your writing styles and the way that you like to structure your songs, the number one piece of advice that I want to leave you with is never force anything. If you're trying to sit down and write and you're not feeling it in the moment, back away from the table, back away from the pen and pad, back away from your phone, whatever it is that you use to write your lyrics. Take a second to breathe. Take a second to live life. Inhale, exhale, come back to it, and allow the song to speak to you. And that way, you'll give your fans and anybody that hears your music the best product possible, because it wasn't forced. It was literally from the soul, from the heart, and the song will speak for itself. Allow yourself a grace period. Give yourself some time. And I think that you'll find that writing styles aren't something that should be overthought. It shouldn't be something that is plaguing your mind, keeping you up at night, or you're trying to force something to come into fruition that isn't really meant to be. Your writing style is your own. Embrace it, enjoy it, have fun with it, but at the same time, don't force it. Allow the style, the song, and the experience to come to you. Needless to say, don't want to drag this on too long. I just wanted to talk about my writing style and give you a little glimpse into how it is that I come up with some of my music and the styles that I use. So if you like this video, make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, turn on your notification bell to be updated on the latest and greatest content. Tell a friend about this. We are so close to 100 subscribers. We are one away, I believe, at the time of recording this. So Hopefully this song will get us over the hump, and then after we get to 100, it's on to 1,000. So make sure that you spread the word, share this channel, get it out there, and we're gonna keep grinding, keep growing, keep elevating, and keep living in the faith day by day. I love you guys. Thank y'all for continuing to rock with me, and until the next video, I am Altitude, representing Building Narrow Minds, the hip hop workshop, renovating minds one rhyme at a time. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace and one love.